nice rainy morning, quite beautiful. And I for some reason, I wanted to talk about, well, the nature of thought. And I'll use, for example, anxiety. I don't know how to tell you this, but anxiety, anxious feeling, tense nervousness, agitation, shaking, cold, clammy, shallow breath, heart racing. I don't know how to tell you this, but anxious feelings will only ever come from one place. Anxious thoughts. No, really. You have an anxious feeling, you somehow manage, even imperceptibly, to think thoughts which cause anxiety. So of course you have an anxious feeling. That's how it works. Thought gives rise to feeling. 100% of the time. All of the time. None of the time not. We live in a feeling world that arises from our thinking world. So, here's how to use it practically. Sit down with your anxious feeling. Make provision to journal. So, notice when you have an anxious feeling and then track back. Stop yourself. Sit down, catch your breath. What was I thinking about this? And I guarantee you pretty much, you'll call it a trigger, or sometimes it didn't even look to you like a trigger, but you had a thought, or you had thoughts. Chances are, I'll bet you it's about a past event, and then you projected it to how it will always be that way in the future, or how, since that happened in the past, it'll happen again, or it'll always keep happening. And then, that's how it works. When you take a past thing, it can even be imagined, and then you project it as to, it'll always happen that way. And it's a bad thing, and it'll keep getting worse, or at least it won't get any better. And that's how you create an anxious feeling. So how to use this practically? If you know that that's how that works, guess what? Just catch yourself. and notice that it's true. And when you get that that's how it works, I don't know how to tell you this, but that actually takes care of most things. When you get that, the reason why I'm anxious is because I had an anxious thought. Guess what? You can stop hitting yourself in the head. Doc, it hurts when I hit my head. Oh, stop hitting your head. Doc, I keep getting an anxious feeling. Well, you can stop. You can actually stop thinking the anxious thoughts, or at least remove from the chain of anxious thinking that you have. And if certain things, trigger you, so to speak, look for your contribution in that. What did I do to feed that trigger? What did I do to over-exaggerate it? Sorry, you did. And yeah, you can stop doing that. And I don't mean it like a willpower thing, but I guarantee you awareness protects. Just don't take my word for it. Just become more and more aware of when you get anxious, and notice that you had an anxious thought or an anxious chain of thoughts. And next time, notice when you're doing it. And in the noticing, and if you don't like the feeling, hey, you'll stop doing it. Or you'll do it less and less. And I hope this is making sense. And it's one of those things where it's reality therapy. I'm sorry, it doesn't work just listening to this. You got a feeling, you got insights, you got ideas. You take them out for testing and see for a fact that it's true. The only place your anxious feelings will ever come from is your anxious thoughts. And if you notice that that's how it happens, you can begin to automatically stop doing it because you get it. The same way, if you know that you fell into a manhole. Okay, this happens in Manila. You fell into a manhole. Guess what? If it happened once, okay, sorry, you didn't know. They do that outside of your house sometimes, and you didn't know. So there was a manhole there. But happens next time. Okay, maybe you stop doing it. Maybe you realize there's a manhole there, and then later, even if you're holding your phone, you already know the manhole's there, and you don't even need to look. You'll avoid it. Yeah, that's how it works. Awareness protects. And so when you get that your anxious feelings will come from your anxious thoughts, only and ever, that's the only place they'll come from. Yeah, you'll notice you'll become less and less anxious. Yeah, take it for testing, and see you soon. I wish you well.